So Denodo helps the Forem to put in place its data strategy, data governance, its digital initiatives in a very secure manner. So my name is Vincent Boucheron. I am an enterprise architect in the Forem. Forem is a public body who helps people finding a job again when they are unemployed, and they help also people being trained to keep their jobs, and they do also help the students to find the proper job of their life. The first challenge is related to data governance, so we need to improve the data quality, and we need also to manage the data in a sense that we understand each other, and that is critical to let the enterprise put in place digital initiatives. The second challenge is security. Security is very important for the Forem because we manage very sensible information related to people. And the third challenge is the IT efficiency. We need to deliver more with less cost. The main problem is that we have different services that we provide to the people. Either it's finding a job or being trained or find the job for students. And this produce a sort of siloed data sets, and it was very difficult to understand each other. So we need to have a common semantic and a common comprehension of the data object. And to do that, we needed to introspect the different physical layer in order to build this common view. And this common view enables us to work on quality, to produce a 360 view that is needed to take decision. And it was very difficult to do that, having different systems hosting a lot of data. So we needed to federate not only the people, but also the data in the physical layer. What we knew is that we had a very high complexity in our different systems. So we needed to not only federate the people, but also federate the physical layer. And to build data virtualization, which is capacity to put an abstraction layer between the consumption layer and the physical layer, was clearly for us an opportunity, and it's why we put in place data virtualization. Clearly, data virtualization is seen as an accelerator to support the data governance. So it's very important for us. It's really something which help data steward, also the data office team, to build their strategy and implement the strategy on a day-to-day basis. We selected Denodo after putting in place a proof of concept, which really delivered the capacity to fulfill our needs, not only in terms of security with anonymization, but also capacity to cross very rapidly data, and also to expose these data sets to the business with a very comprehensive manner. We use Denodo to expose data according to the profiles of the people. So, of course, it can be linked to their function. So it's very important to expose people only based on a need-to-know basis. So we implement Denodo and mask the data according to those profiles. We also use Denodo to create data sets or data virtual domain, which are used to expose data from production, mask or not, to data scientists. And that helps us also to build our models and to help people to get jobs more rapidly. We have clearly different ways to expose the data. First, we have really multiple sources. So those sources can be internal, but we get a lot of data from external source. And then we can expose them either via batch, APIs, and a way which we are going more and more will be to build open data or portals, data portals, which will allow us to expose our data even to the public. So we need to make sure that the users of this data understand our semantic, our way of our object convention and semantic layer. So clearly to be able to cross such amount of data, and we are talking about millions of records with different fields. So we had, for example, 1,300,000 rows in one table and a Sybase table, and another one of 2,500,000 in Oracle. So if we had not had Denodo, we would have to copy all this data into a new container and start making a query to do this crossing. So just to move the data from the source system to the new container would take a lot of time. Instead of that, we did not move the data and we got the result in 2 seconds. Yes, clearly we started with a priority on data governance, but as I said, we want also to involve Denodo or to put Denodo on IT cases to make IT more efficient. That is a part. So there'll be also a possibility to go to hybrid cloud or hybrid environment. That is typically, I think we roughly only started to discover 1/3 of all the different use cases that we could have with the Denodos.